Do you get that we're playing Dungeons and Dragons?
I get it.
Now, here's the deal. I'm the dungeon master. I remember once you said you thought I'd be a good one. I worked my ass off, but I don't know what I'm doing still.
None of us had ever played any of this.
We have never played
so
before.
Well, I mean, I hope we have a great time and we can make
Yeah.
this a normal thing.
The quest.
Yes.
This quest, should you choose to accept it, kidding, you have no choice. 1 second you were in your boring homes doing something boring, when suddenly you find yourself as a strange creature in a strange new land with a friggin' quest. How cool is that? And let me introduce myself. I am the Dungeon Master. You do not know how you arrived here. Yet here you indeed are. So allow me to tell the tale of why you, the Chosen Three, were brought to Ignis Dialago. Yep, that's Latin. Roughly translated, Ignis Dialago pretends to stand for flame of a love chosen and regarded above all others. So we went with Ignis Dialago because saying welcome to the land of the flame of the love chosen and regarded above all others is way too long and makes the whole thing kind of silly. Anyway, the name fits your mission rather perfectly, as Jason the Vuman's love above all others, Amber, the Queen of Lash, was recently stolen from the town of San Roman and is being kept deep in the dungeons of the volcano on Muerte Mountain, praying to be rescued and returned. You see, family is a wonderful thing, but it can also be a stumbling block to a fairy tale's happy ending. And the Lash Queen's family is no different, protective, jealous, and dangerous when provoked from an outsider. And in a sudden fit or a curse or whatever makes this thing make any sense to you, her Monsisters, Momsters, and the Mindflayther of Peru have decided to test your passion and see how far you will go to rescue your one true love. To take with you on your journey, you have 2 new brothers sent to aid you on your quest. Are they friend or foe? Sent to thwart or assist? That is up to them. You may decide to travel together or break up the party and chance separate areas alone. Should you decide to remain a party and work together, this is a noble goal. However, if you find one or both to be dishonorable or undeserving of the quest, you may leave behind them or worse, destroy them if you wish. You are all brothers, but that does not yet make you friends. That must be earned. And so, we begin the quest.
All right.
Yeah,
Now,
that was nice.
it's all in this book. Don't worry. Now, before we begin, perhaps you better introduce yourselves to yourselves and each other.
Okay.
And so you will read your individual background sheets aloud to each other as it will be presented to you right now. Jason Schutz is Glitch the Giant. Please read about yourself.
Glitch the Giant. Once one of the wisest creatures in the land, who theorized that this world is all just a computer simulation, searched relentlessly for a way to hook into the mainframe he believed must exist. In notes found half burnt, he claims to have found it, but that when he hooked in, everything went berserk and then blank. And when he awoke, he was so much dumber. Man. Dumber. He was so much dumber.
Dumber now.
Control is his greatest issue, besides being generally a giant menacing hulk of a half-orc barbarian with a berserker axe in hand. When angered to rage, he is known to strip off all his armor and clothing, conquering, and just blindly attack his
Wow.
Flaccid.
naked member flapping in the wind. Beer makes him even stronger, like Popeye to spinach. So it's tough to see him without beer attached to his mouth, sometimes with a baby bottle nipple on that pint. But his greatest weakness remains his rage, especially when he gets bad service from a waiter at a restaurant. No make kids
Jason,
mad
Jason,
is a
Jason does hate that.
catchphrase of his. He likes catchphrases. It makes glitch
may.
do
No, it make.
upside. It make glitch do upside down frowns.
All right, now Flaubert, the artful garden gnome, will be played by Mansell.
Robert is a charming little cleric gnome, a cousin of forest gnome. He is a little known, maybe entirely unknown garden dweller. Mischief and adventure is written all over his face, literally as a tattoo written in ink that can only be seen with black lights, are the words mischief and adventure. So he is always up for adventure, even if short on any athletic ability, strength, dexterity, intelligence, but gusto and charisma he carries in spades. He also carries a magic paintbrush, but more on that in a bit. Our gnome Flaubert is short but sturdy, as the ladies would be known to call him. They also call him Mr. Longshaft, but no idea why. He also has a powerful leg, just one of the legs, once known to mangle a dungeon master's wrists forever in one mighty kick.
That's true.
But his main skill set is the world of art and magic, combining his love for art and spellcasting. Literally splatters art into the world like Jackson Pollock splatters paint with reckless precision. Inspired by his favorite artist, he created his magic arts. He calls on the surrealism of Dali to create delusions of confusion. He is inspired by Escher's stairs to allow creatures to defy gravity and physics, and Michelangelo's divine touch in the Sistine Chapel to create a direct connection with God for divine intervention. His love for Rembrandt's Storm on the Sea painting inspired a storm spell, and Pollock's splatter method created a flaming hand. Da Vinci's knowledge of anatomy made for a spell to cure the body, and Picasso's use of shape inspired a shape-shifting spell of his own. Only one of his art-casting conjures ever failed, based on Van Gogh, that left him less one ear and led him to get migraine headaches every time there's a starry night. Oh, and not to bury the lead, but Flaubert also rides a harmless, huge, roaring lion who can walk on rivers and all water.
He really gets a lion?
Yeah.
Now the lion doesn't. It's harmless. It doesn't do any fighting, but it can walk on rivers and water and carry people.
That's pretty handy.
It is. It really is. All right. And Jason the Vuman, an Eldritch Knight, is Jason R.
I'm Jason the Vuman, an Eldritch Knight, a.k.a. the Dragon Slayer, a.k.a. the main course and the dessert, a.k.a. the crane kick, a.k.a. the apocalypse is real, a.k.a. the human highlight reel, a.k.a. they like to call me Big Papa, a.k.a. O'Doyle Rules. Whatever you call him, he's just your average and everyday folk hero, saving the world by day and tucking in his children lovingly by night. Pretty much just an all-in-all good guy. And I cook too. I have no noticeable inadequacy, save that having no flaws is kind of boring. Fine. I fear aliens, inadequacy, and something happening to my loved ones. So worst day ever would be aliens come to steal my kids, and I just wouldn't be good enough to save them. Which is why I overcompensate with constant training and becoming a spellcasting, fire-throwing Eldritch Knight, who overprotects with plate armor and a mighty shield. And in case anything overpowering comes my way, I became fluent in the art of persuasion and hypnosis, as well as learning all languages known in Middle-earth and in the Harry Potter movies. Just in case those aliens, I fear, also dig geeky wizard books as well.
I love how, because Mansell could have done it how he wanted to. Like I gave him direction, but he can draw. He did make you look incredible, and he made himself look so ridiculous.
I look more ridiculous than anybody.
It's incredible.
Like the least intimidating.
Yeah.
You guys have like balls of fire in your hands.
But you got really cool magic, so you're good.
That's
to
true.
go.
I don't really need the looks, do I?
All right, ready, guys?
Sure.
You begin on the edge of the town of San Ramon. So you can look at your map there, and the edge of the town is village of San Ramon's is bottom south. A quaint little trading post on the outskirts of Ignis Dialago, filled with kind folk, or not. Because I am a benevolent dungeon master and not J.J. Abrams, you have been supplied with a map. Directly to your north, the town is completely bordered by the enchanted Fatum Forest. And ever so slightly to the west of town is the entrance to the Seas of Diane on Obitus Beach. Either path you choose is fraught with horrors and beasts, the likes of which you will have cold sweat nightmares for however long you happen to survive after this quest begins. But both will lead you towards the Red Cinder Queen's volcano, you can see that top north, where your love, Jason the Vuman, is currently held captive. I also have supplied you with fully filled character sheets to remind you of your 25 gold pieces you'll each have to purchase any extra materials of your choice going forward. And luckily for you, you are at the west edge of town, and in front of you is a shop. The sign reads Jessica's Magic and Melee Pop-Up Shop. Do you wish to enter before beginning your epic journey?
Of course. I'm down. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. When inside, you are greeted by Jessica the Higher Self, the shop owner and well-known tiefling sorcerer. Welcome to my store. God, it's so boring here. Glad to see a few fellow travelers and searchers for truth. I belong to the Shadow Order, where we believe that whatever you will in your heart, you can manifest in reality. And because I believe that in my heart, it must be true. And so it is manifested true in reality, and that's that. So, besides all the cool crap, weapons and armor and supplies here, each piece costing 25 gold pieces because I like to make things simple. Besides that, I offer any of you who can spellcast one extra level 1 or 2 spell for free to add to your bag of tricks to aid you in your quest. And when I say free, I mean free as in I do it of my own free will, if you choose it, and you get any extra armor or weapons or shit. So, what do you wish me to manifest out of my good heart? I also have my centaur, Jason Raba. Look at this, Raven. See this
That's
centaur again?
I remember seeing that in your house. Yeah.
Yes, I have it.
You have it
and
framed?
so I have it framed.
What else
So
would you
I
do
am
with a centaur?
I'm truly into mythical creatures, including my brother.
That's-
All right, so
Oh, I haven't been drinking. Don't forget to drink, guys. Now remember, a lot of you have powers that drinking will help give you more strength if you lose some.
okay, I can get a weapon.
Yeah. Look, I got an old. Remember hops? Remember that?
yeah, the best
Wow.
croissant, frosted croissants in the world.
You got a hops. Nice.
Are they still around?
I don't
No.
think so.
And I don't know if Gina took the glass, took the glass, or if she
Oh, that's why.
she
took it.
claims she claims they gave it to her, but I think she just took it. Huh.
All right.
Something to think about.
Well, I have weapons already, right?
I think everyone has two.
Oh,
One is a
axe
short,
and spear and a bite.
a melee or whatever they're called, something to do close range, and there's a long range weapon you each should have. Except, I believe Flaubert, his short range is pinching people. I believe.
Wow, I need
that's
a weapon. I need a weapon.
All right, I think I'm going to take, I guess, invisibility as my spell.
Wow, that could help.
Ooh. And you can only use it once?
Only once, right?
Yeah, you gotta use it.
And I am set. What did Mansell get from the store?
The
What'd you get?
scimitar.
I'm gonna stop calling you by your name. Flaubert. That's much better.
Flaubert.
Flaubert.
You got the scimitar. Okay.
Yeah, you
see,
guys. How about you guys look at each
That's a
one of your
+5.
skills and read off your skills to us so that everyone knows what your special proficiency skills are
Ugh,
at the bottom.
glitch.
Uh,
Proficiency.
Jason the Vuman can use all armor, shields, simple weapons, and spellcasting. I speak all Middle Earth languages: Parseltongue, Murmish, and Gobbledygook, which is obviously important.
Glitch.
Glitch. What's your
I don't know.
proficiency? Bottom left.
Animals.
Animals.
Athleticums. Athletics. Intimidation. Ah,
Nice.
and
nice.
then I
Languages?
speak Common, Orc, Giant, Python, C++, Golang, Standard Query, Language,
What?
Library,
Whoa.
binary.
That's
Nice.
no sequel.
really impressive.
Yeah,
Nice. But you don't know
but
what to
glitch
do.
don't
with
know that anymore.
them. No. And what do you have, Flaubert? Skill bonus.
Disguise kit. Spellcast.
It also looks like you have dark vision.
Oh, nice. Okay. Does everyone feel good about what they have and ready to leave the shop?
I don't know if I feel good, but I think I'm ready to go. I spent
Okay.
enough time along this crazy peasant lady, and I'm ready to get out of here.
Okay.
Let's get going.
Now, as you leave the shop in town, you see some townspeople. You may, if you wish, ask them advice on which path you want to take. There's either going straight through the Enchanted Fatum Forest, or there's going up the beach, the coast. You have two choices of where to go. There is one little town's little girl named Cameron, the little girl of fate or demise. And there's Butterfly Sherry. So you can go up to both, neither, whatever you want to do, and ask them their opinion.
So I see a little girl, and
There's
then
a little girl named Cameron, the little girl of fate or demise. That's her name.
You see her now?
Sure.
Let's see her. Let me see what Cameron, the little girl of fate or demise, looks like. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Well, that's her.
You can extend it. You can make the window bigger.
the
She's
little
like a little elf.
girl.
She's got a little elf ears, yeah.
She doesn't look as
She-
bad as her name sounded.
No. And she looks very sweet. And she seems like some sort of mystical powers and understands north, south, east, and west.
Oh, you want to see the other one?
Yeah, let's see what
Absolutely.
the butterfly looks like. Butterfly Sherry. Let's see what she looks like.
Okay. Good luck finding her.
she is
She's a
fluttering
real
around.
butterfly.
Yeah. So she's fluttering around. She looks very nice. Very nice.
I think we're gonna start with the butterfly so we can get that out of the way.
Oh.
So, hey, you, butter woman.
Yes.
I'm looking for the fastest or safest path
That's her fluttering wing.
to the Red Cinder Queen volcano. What can you tell me?
So you know the Fated Forest. You know that, right? You know that?
I don't, but you can
You
film
know
it.
that, right? And you know, you could go up that, and that has you know that, right? It has got terror doors. You know that, right? You know what that is? You know that, right? Giant spiders. You know that, right? Duological wonders. You know that, right? Druids.
Well, are they giant spiders to you, or are they small to us?
Everything is giant to me, but they're
Yeah.
giant to everyone, and they're known as giant spiders. There's Peruvian zombies. You know that, right? You know that, right? Now,
I
now,
feel
now.
we made a mistake already. So.
If you go to the beach, you know they have sinking sand, right? You know that, right? And they have sea monsters and sharks and sunburns. You know that, right? You can get a sunburn, right?
Oh, definitely
You know that,
don't like that. It makes my muscles look bad.
Yes. So, I mean, you already knew that, but right? I gotta go.
All right.
Right? Have a good day. Have a
Yes,
beautiful day.
thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
That was a lot of good information. Thank you.
Well,
Okay.
right.
That was great,
What?
man.
I'm a little afraid, but should we move on to Cammy the elf? All right, little girl.
I want to. Yes.
Can you tell me the fastest and the safest path to the Red Cinder Queen, please?
Well, I think I would know. I'm very smart. and my name is, I would know fate and your demise. So definitely, whatever you do, you should go by way of the beach. Definitely. No way that thing's happened.
Can I tell if she's lying?
I don't know. Can you?
I could.
Wisdom,
How can you find out?
perception,
It would probably be a perception.
check. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, you can't know if she's lying or not.
All right.
Glitch, no.
What do you think it is?
She lie.
So maybe it's the opposite of what you think.
Hey, but
All right.
I mean, I vote beach. It's up to you guys.
Sounds good.
Let's do it. Let's go to the beach.
All right.
All right, now, as the dungeon master, you cannot change your mind, but I will tell you that Cameron is, in fact, a trickster, and everything she says is really the opposite. Now, let's go enjoy the
I know
beaches.
she lie.
So the pristine aqua seas of Diane smash against the coastline of Obidus Beach. A cool breeze caresses each of your faces like a wet kiss.
Glitch, no like water.
Or you can just walk on the coast right there, where the water splashes up. It's not quicksandy, and it's not the water. That's where you could,
That gets my
right on the shoreline.
I don't feel too safe over the ocean, but I'll.
Okay, let's do the.
Okay. Okay, so as you walk up the shoreline, Flaubert decides to start this journey out singing one of his traditional Nomus victory songs. Flaubert, sing your victory song. It can be any song that you know or make up or English or Gnomish. It can be in any language. It can be your favorite song in real life. Sing a song to us. Get us on this journey right, Albert.
We have already won the war. We have already won the war. Off we go to drink some beer. We've already won the war.
Yeah.
And
Glitch
water.
like.
Oh, good old gnomes.
Oh, that was very, very simple. All right.
Rowdy
And
one,
now we
the
move
war.
on. We've already won the war. It is catchy. Now that you've chosen the course, you are immediately confronted by a wild teenage goblin who dashes out of the forest to your east, towards you, screaming. Remember, his name's Goblin. Do you have a picture of Goblin? Oh my goodness. There is Goblin. That is literally Goblin's hair and Goblin's real eyes on that Goblin. A playful goblin preteen. He dashes out of the forest towards you and he yells, "Do you want to play with me? Please, just 5 minutes. Play catch. I'll leave you alone if you just give me 5 minutes." What do you guys do? Play catch with him?
Oh, jeez.
What are we
Let's get
playing
to the
catch
time
with?
on the journey.
What are we throwing?
Nice.
I thought so.
Sure, I'll play
play
a game.
catch, 5
I'll play
minutes.
a game
You'll do
of
it?
catch with you.
Okay, and so you guys play for 5 minutes, and I'm telling you, Goblin is super happy and super nice, and just seems like a fun kid. And now that the 5 minutes is done, he says, "Okay, 5 more minutes. I'll kill you if you say no. I have anger issues, but just 5 minutes, all good." Would you guys like to play another 5 minutes with him?
Oh boy.
I can't. I won't leave you alone. If you
I'll
say
leave
no,
you
I'm
alone.
gonna kill you. I'll follow you and kill you. But just give me 5 more minutes.
I'll
Oh,
play
man,
with
so
him.
it's not-
I'll play with him again.
Okay, so Jason the Vuman plays again with Goblin, and Goblin is a great kid again once he's played with, and he's very happy. And as the 5 minutes ends, he says, "More! You jerk, you terrible uncles, more!"
Okay.
Now, I
Listen
must
here,
tell you-
Valerian. Listen here for a second, okay?
Uh-huh.
Here's what we're gonna do. I got a new game for you.
Oh,
You wanna hear
I
the
love
game?
games. I
Great.
love games.
I need to get past this beach and toward
Okay.
the fiery mountains. If you can
Oh.
get me there, I'll give you a prize.
Okay, I don't want to do that. I just want to play catch. And you guys are terrible, terrible uncles if you were my uncles, and you got to play with me. Now, let me tell you, as the dungeon master, that he will never stop, and he must die. And this is your first test to at least show that you can kill these people. And don't worry, they're not real. They're monsters, and he is a goblin, and you must fight him.
I'll play.
He'll keep playing all day.
My turn.
All right. I'd love to see Glitch play catch with his great axe.
Well, I will say that
Hey,
you could
you're gonna
distract
bow
him by keeping him chatting, and I will longbow him.
Okay, you got him. So you struck Goblin in one of those
damage?
cute little eyes. He's still hanging around though.
Oh man!
He is now crawling, saying, "This is fun! More! More!"
I'm going to say catch this and send an Eldritch Blast his way.
Goblin says, "Thank you. This is how I wanted to go. This is my dream, and you have now fulfilled it."
Sad.
And then he died.
Glitch sad.
Little Goblin died.
Glitch want to play.
As you saunter along the wet sand, you notice something strange in those shallow waters along the Cupid Corpse coast. Are those bodies lined up, bloated and dead and naked, all tied together? Yes. Upon further reflection, yes, it is. And just a bit in the distance, from the edge of those corpses, one body moves. Like a jet ski. It swims towards you, fast. What you gonna do?
Do I have any idea what it is as it is racing toward us?
You don't quite know what it is yet. It is obviously going very fast, so it's probably not a human or a dead human. Something from the water. Some creature.
I do have Rembrandt's Storm on the Sea.
Is that one of your spells you can only use once?
So, yeah.
I vote that we wait to see what it is.
Okay.
You guys would like to wait till it comes to you?
Yeah. Let's wait.
Wait.
Okay. As he rushes up to you, you are greeted by Ben the Marrow. Show us Ben the Marrow, please. Oh, Ben, I see his face on the top of the nose.
Oh no!
That's awesome.
That is awesome. That was perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so keep looking at that as I explain what he does. You are greeted by Ben the Marrow, bully of the sea, built on curiosity and touched with madness when he senses magic. He comes to take what he wants. Give me all your magic spells, he says, or I will take them from you as I did from past victims now tied in the sea one by one. So, your choice is to either just give him all of your magic spells now, or he is going to fight.
How far is he? Where is he?
Yeah, we fight.
He's here. He's
on the sand now.
He's on the edge of the shore. Yeah, he's right there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like, how
I
far
don't
away
think
is he?
so.
Well, obviously, we're not giving him our spells.
How far
Yeah,
away
that's
is
not
he?
happening. So.
So
Can I try to negotiate with him before we have to do anything with him?
there's no negotiate. It's magic or bust. Wait. That's when a Chul monster nervously comes out of the sand to settle her boy down. Ben! Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. Show us this Chul monster. I can't wait. That's when the Chul monster nervously comes out of the sand to settle her boy down. Ben, oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Sometimes Ben gets a little hyper. Don't mind him. Hi. Glad you guys could make it. I'm Jen the Hugger. Wonderful day, isn't it? Everyone, great. Hug me, please, now. At this point, you must know that Jen the Hugger is a big hugger. But she's also a Chul. She has giant pinchers and tentacles, and she will never stop hugging you until you die. First, she grapple hugs, then you're paralyzed, then the squeeze, then the die part.
Glitch.
I
I think you should give a big hug to this one, you know?
Glitch spear.
As she inches forward, she exclaims, "Oh, and here's my little hugger, sweet Sarah." Let's look at her.
Oh, this is great.
Oh,
Wow.
hug me, she says, as she looks up like a little doe-eyed deer slayer. They both open their lobster claws wide and charge. Oh, and don't forget the murdery marrow behind you.
All right.
So they're charging. They're going to
Wait,
attack.
is this-
What are you
Oh, yeah,
attacking
he's
with?
The harpoon, he said.
Harpoon. I'm throwing a harpoon at you.
Oh, no.
Correct.
Miss me.
That's going to be rough. Missed you?
Right.
So he throws Ben throws the harpoon. It completely misses, and he says, "Oh, nuts!" And
Watch
that's
your
it. Now,
mouth.
who's next? Who's next? You're not my daddy, are you?
Flaubert, would you like to go first?
Wow. Okay.
Now there's three. There's the little hugger, and then there's Jen the hugger, the chul.
Okay.
And if they get to you,
Hugging
if they
distance.
grab you, there could be some paralyzations and some death involved.
Mm.
Well, luckily I
But,
have
it doesn't
my.
mean- but you could want to get rid of Marrow too. I don't know. It's up to you.
So it's up to me to pick which one I'm attacking.
Who you want to attack? Yeah.
Sounds like I should go for the mama hugger.
Oh no, just give me a hug first. You've got her. You got to hit.
Nice.
But she is still charging. You're out of the way.
I would like to place myself between the huggers and Mantles here and Flaubert because
That's,
I want
that's
to
what I
protect
expect
little
a
friend there.
hero to do.
And I will Eldritch Blast as well, the Mama Hugger.
She is the type that doesn't give up. She is.
Uh-oh.
She wants her hug, and nothing will stop her.
Did you move?
You want death?
I put myself between the huggers and Flaubert.
Brave. Oh, it's Jen's turn.
Is it
Yes,
Jen's turn?
it's both the
Yeah.
huggers. It's both the
Oh
huggers.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Glitch in trouble.
All right.
I
Well,
don't know if
either
Matt
way,
has that.
she's coming in for the hug, and Jason the Vuman is the one who put himself in the way, so she's coming in for a straight Vuman hug.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Oh boy.
All right. She's making a pincer attack.
Not even close.
So she goes for the hug and whiffs at it to her disgust. But little Sarah, she's gonna try now.
Uh-oh.
Very mad that mommy not get him.
I have a cocky smile on my face. Nope.
Another whiff, right?
Yep.
Like daughter, like mama. They both failed. Lucky for you guys.
And
Who's
it's on the
next?
glitch next.
I used the axe.
On who?
Mommy.
I will help glitch out a little bit. So,
Oh.
being a barbarian, if you want to declare that you're attacking a certain way, so whether you
Yes.
fly into a rage and rip all your clothes off,
Yes.
it
This is
will-
the person to do it to.
yes.
She's very attractive to you, but you know she needs to die. So you don't mind showing off before you go.
so I'm pretty sure, yeah, you should be able to go into a rage, right? And then you can
Double
say that you
points.
want to do relentless attacks as well, which leaves you at a disadvantage for getting attacks, but it adds stuff to your attacks.
Let's do it then.
But it does make you doesn't it make him weaker if after this if he gets hit, if he doesn't take her out, he's in trouble, right?
'Cause I had no
As far
armor.
as-
That's
yeah.
the weaker
Right.
part.
Oh yeah,
Right,
I was
makes
just
you
telling him
weaker.
what he could do. I didn't say he
Right.
should.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it's a great idea. I want to
Bitch
see naked
confused.
flaccid members.
With a pincher hug.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
If you don't get her, she's gonna do some pinching.
Before you die,
Alright,
you
so-
might feel something.
Let me
It's
just
fun.
axe. I go axe.
Okay.
Right. Oh,
No, you did
daddy
not.
trouble.
You did not hit. At least you're not naked with members out.
Which one was he trying to hit? Was that
Mommy.
Mama Hugger?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was at Jen.
All right. So her AC is above 11.
Jen the hugger. Uh-oh. Who's next? Is it Jen the hugger?
Next is going to be Ben.
Ben. He has a bite. He's gonna try to. He's made himself to shore,
Oh boy.
and he's gonna try to bite Jason the Vuman. He wants his magic. He just saw him use magic, and he's jealous. So, ooh, 16 plus 6. I think he
Oh
got you.
yeah, he's got me.
Oh, he's gonna bite right into you. Real good.
Oh jeez.
Holy cow! That's
What's
gonna hurt.
happening?
Whoa.
You see splurts of blood gush from underneath my arm.
No,
I'm still got a cocky
Still
smile on my
alive.
face, but
he is in trouble.
you do see the crimson start running.
Oh no.
All right, Flaubert, what are you doing?
So what
You
are the
better do
options here? I can help you out, right? Like
You have a spell. If you have any healing
you,
spells,
because you
or-
seem like you're in some dire need right now.
Yeah, that was a hard hit.
Yeah.
That's a Big hit.
The Da Vinci's automatic miracle cure. So I could regain hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier, which is...
There you go.
Who only gets to cast this cure one time ever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys, we're in trouble.
Yeah. All right, well, let's do it.
So what are you back to?
16.
Nice. That's good.
I'm sorry, 14. Don't listen to me.
Yeah.
And that's my whole turn?
That would
Yeah.
be your attack. So, but you can move. And I feel
Farther
like,
away.
it's up to you.
I can move another 20 feet away.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm just slowly creeping.
I might be slowly creeping with you in a second. All right, so I will pull out this large greatsword off my back and take a swing
Nice.
Oh yes.
At who?
at
Glitch.
Ben, since he just hit me. I mean, all three of them are on me at this point, right?
Yes, they are.
Can I take them all out
actually.
in one hit?
No.
Can you just do one big round?
Yeah.
Stab
well,
through
lot
all
of
of them.
swings.
Yeah, I mean, I
Mixed
could
stab.
fireball them, but that'll be the
Just-
last fireball,
Just clip them all.
Get the fireball out of the way. Let's go. I should
Okay.
get all three of them with a fireball, right?
That fireball extinguished Ben the Marrow. The little tiny little hugger is gone. But Jen the hugger
Oh, boy.
is still alive. But she is getting weaker.
What was that?
Now, suddenly, to make matters even more confusing and worse, you notice that there are two Flauberts. And Jen the Hugger says, "Oh, that's my daughter, Hannah, the living palindrome doppelganger.
Oh boy.
My little sweetheart not only has a name that's the same backwards and forwards, Hannah, but she also loves to trace and copy everything. So she mirrors people whenever she wants."
Oh, is that what I really look like?
No, that's
That's her
what she
true
don't-
form. That's her
that's
true
what she
form.
looks like in her true form.
That's
She
her
just
Right now,
looks
she
like.
looks like you.
So here we go. This is important. She loves to trace and copy everything. So she mirrors people whenever she wants. Isn't that cute? How about that hug now?
All right, come on, baby.
But you don't know which one's Flaubert and which one's Flaubert.
Okay.
You're gonna have to figure that out. I gave you a hint. But you have to figure it out. There is a way to figure out which one's which.
Was the hint spoken or in the drawing?
It was spoken, and it's in the drawing of Flaubert.
Yeah.
Well, let
it
me
was-
remind you.
He's like taking up the same bodily space as me.
She.
I'm like,
you just got slammed. You know.
There's
And
dust
we-
I'll give you-
everywhere.
I'll-
all right, you guys got
There's
okay.
dust.
hold on,
Dust.
hold on. This
There's a
might help.
big-
Let me give you another hint again.
Okay.
She mirrors people.
Okay.
So she's the opposite of me.
And is
Like,
there any
which is
part of
reflective.
Flaubert? Is there any part of Flaubert that is distinctive?
His third leg.
My
or
ear.
What about your ear?
Where's one missing?
Yes, so it would be a different ear. If your left ear is the one that's missing, you would hit the one with the right ear.
Right, and so my right ear is missing, so the left one would be missing.
Okay,
her.
so get the one with no left ear.
The one with no left ear.
That would be how you figured it out.
Yeah. So again, how has that helped us?
Well, when it's their turn now, they
Yes,
can
when
look
it's
for
their
the
turn.
left ear.
Or
with
I
our
mean,
tongue.
on your turn, you might want to shout that out to us so we don't.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
remember, as players in the game, we're not supposed to know the information we do outside the game. You know.
Ah,
so-
so you must make that announcement. You just figured something out.
Right.
Tell
So I have just figured out that the doppelganger for me has a left ear missing, and it should be the right ear.
Okay. I don't think Glitch knows left from right.
Glitch. You're right. Left.
I point.
There you go.
All right, whose turn is it now? It's Hannah missed. So
So it's,
oh, it's Flaubert. Flaubert's still doing his.
Yeah, Flaubert and
It's- It's Flower's turn.
Finger pinch.
Well, I guess maybe this is when I whip out my scimitar.
Ah.
time.
Ah,
This is the
maybe.
time. I'm never going to be close enough again.
That's probably true.
I'm going to take her other ear off.
He's done.
Ah.
You took out the. He was pretty weak.
Who?
She was pretty
She.
weak. Hannah gone. She's gone.
Good.
All right, all you have left is Jen squeezing the life out of a paralyzed glitch.
All right, so it's my turn. I will walk up and use a greatsword.
All right.
So I swing my greatsword and miss.
Oh no. She's still
Jen's
hugging.
She's still hugging me.
It's
So
it's
she,
Jen's turn. Wait a second. Something happened. Owen, the Eldrin elf, jumps out of the forest. It's something wondrous. It's a wondrous fortune that has occurred. Now, Owen, the Eldrin elf, he fades. There he is. He fades in and out of the material world in his home in Feywild. With his trusty longbow in hand, he pulls back his weapon and he strikes the monster between the eyes, rendering the beast dead in one fell swoop. With that, Owen sheaths his bow and exclaimed, "Just happened to be fading in for a visit when I saw you were in trouble, Vuman. And being my best friend, I thought, why not help the old man?
Way to steal
So I
the
did.
show.
Now I must fade back into Feyworld. And remember, say hi to Queen Amber for me when you save her, Dad." And then he disappears. And he saved the day before Glitch was killed forever.
Whew.
Glitch had it. Glitch had it under control.
The whole time.
The whole time. It was part of my plan.
Thank you, Owen.
Yeah, thanks, Owen.
Oh man, that was close if he didn't come out.
Yeah,
Looked pretty
yeah.
bad.
Stole my thunder.
It sure did.
And so Glitch, now getting his faculties back, he decides, since we've vanquished our enemy, he does his famous vanquish the enemy dance celebration. Just to get up and show us your Glitch dance celebration. How does Glitch celebrate his victories?
Obviously naked.
Obviously.
Take it off.
Take it off. Take it off. Here we go. It's more like a stumbling. Yeah. Wait a second. That was
All right.
a little risque. I liked it.
That was a scary encounter.
That was nuts. That was a lot of people. Hopefully there's not a family of people coming at us from here.
I know. We just slashed through like half the family.
I know. Well, you took out a whole family, baby.
Glitch sad.
Glitch feels attached to them somehow.
I don't know why, but Glitch sad.
Yeah, that monster or that group of monsters was.
That was rough.
Wow.
Now, what do you
That's
got? What's your
that's not-
situation, Glitch? What do you?
My hit points are 10.
So you're getting weaker.
I got a beer here.
I haven't been keeping track of my hit
Oh
points.
yeah. What is that? What's the beer thing again? That
Beer
would get you.
strengthens +5 if player swigs a mug prior to
A
attack.
whole mug.
Oh, strengthens +5.
No, you can do it now if you want to get some strength back. It strengthens you. It's like Popeye.
All right, let me heal myself.
Yes, if you chug that beer all the way, you get 5 more hit points back.
All right, I finished
Don,
it.
get another beer for yourself.
All right,
You might need another
Glitch.
one.
thirsty.
Let's need more beer.
Hi. I'm really
It's-
excited.
Right.
Hi, guys. I know I've been listening to Jason and I'm like, I saw everything go up. I was like, oh, yes. Oh my God.
It's nonstop, that kind of stuff.
It gets better.
Oh my God.
It's like War of the Worlds.
You want to show her Owen?
It's like a
I'll
little
pop up Owen.
creepy, but in like really good way.
There's Owen.
Oh my
He just saved the day. He just
Yeah, he did.
saved the day.
Oh my God. Stop it.
Okay. When the monsters died, kind of like when you kill someone in a video game and coins come out of them, little strawberry shortcakes and ding dongs suddenly appear. Now you guys can eat them now,
Eat?
Or you could put these ding-dongs and strawberry shortcakes that came out of these dead bodies and put them in your pouches and save for later use that might come in handy.
I think
Is this normal? Do you two know if this is normal around here for
This might be something that happens when people die. It didn't happen with the Goblin, but it possibly might happen.
So our option is to just take them with us or eat them now, yeah?
How many are there?
Give you
Like
2
one
hit
hit
points
point?
back.
2 hit points.
2 hit points back if you ate one.
I save it.
All right, so you guys wake from your nap and you journey on. You're halfway through the beach now. And then suddenly, in the distance, our brave, merry men hear a ghastly screech in the sea. Oh my goodness.
That's a screech? Oh
That's
my
not a
God.
screech. No, this is a screech.
Yes.
Is that the screech?
That's
Sorry.
the screech.
I don't think we're not. Ugh.
That, my friends, is the sound of the sea banshee, Joyce of the ants.
Okay.
You see, Joyce is the best friend of the mother of the raging sea. And since Joyce is a real sweetheart of a friend, she likes to warn people when they're about to die.
Ah,
Scream. Oh boy.
Joyce the sea. This is amazing.
Yeah.
This looks cool. At that very moment, the sea bursts forth onto the shore in a giant wave. And on that wave is none other than the mom-esque Wraith Diane.
The anticipation is killing me.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Oh my god. Hold on.
Oh no. Oh!
Oh, there it is.
Mom-esque, the ocean Wraith.
Oh, this is perfect.
Hovering over them on the beach, on the great wave, Mom-esque the Wraith's voice roars like the currents of 1,000 seas. Welcome. Isn't the ocean beautiful today? Shells everywhere. Anyone want me to make them a sandwich? Before your life is forfeit? You see, Amber's my sweet baby, and mine alone. She is my precious. Do you guys want to do anything about this before anything happens? She hasn't
Okay.
attacked yet.
You kind of just
But-
want to see how this plays out.
All right, what do you guys want to do or say?
I'll join you for a sandwich.
I could eat.
Gonna cheat.
What do you want? Roast beef, or just normal cold cuts like a turkey?
Whatever's easiest for you,
Oysters.
I'll take that.
Now, after you guys eat your sandwiches, I'm going to kill you because you're trying to get my precious.
Are you
Okay.
sure? I mean, like, we can be pretty likable
Yeah. once
once you get to know us, you know?
Tell me about yourself, Jason the Vuman.
Well, I mean, are you sure you're ready for this?
I'm a
So-
good listener. I'm the best listener.
I'm so awesome. That's all you need to know. I am the most awesome person you'll ever meet
Why are you trying to find Amber?
because she's the love of my life. I have to find her.
And what are you two other ones doing here? You trying to take my precious? My precious.
Glitch here for food.
Why are you here, little gnome?
I'm here for the artistic ride.
He's gathering
Trippy.
records.
Well, the first, no, the big ugly one, and the little gnomish one, I want to kill them. But the first one, the Vuman, you've caught my eye. I see in your eyes that you truly love my Amber. You're willing to fight an impossible battle because you don't know my hit points. It's ridiculous. You're willing to die just to find her. And I find that admirable. And since the magic of true love is a magic I cherish above all others, Jason the Vuman, do you promise to slay Amber's worries and comfort her forever if you should find her?
Absolutely.
then we have no quarrel. We are, as they say, on the same shore. Go. I give you safe passage on the beach henceforth, and no harm shall come of you. So if you happen to see the sea creatures, Tia, Kua, Tua, Marie, or Abuelita, the sanguine priestess, just take this cute little card I made out of a shell that says, hands off, safe passage. I even put a little bow on the shell. It's real cute, right? And you probably don't have to worry about Abuelita anyway, because she's a strong, practicing shark worshiper. So she's probably at shark mass all day anyway. Let me give you her pictures in case you run upon them.
Uh-oh.
Let me show you.
Oh,
Let me
jeez.
show you
Who are we talking
Tia, Kua, Tua, Marie, and Abuelita, the Seguin priestess.
I don't know if you're
they
ready
are
for this.
their family.
Wait,
No.
wait.
Tia, Kua, Tua.
Oh, no, don't. You better never see this.
Wait, that is what a Kua Tua looks like. You just put her face. It's not. That doesn't mean that Marie, just like Jen, is not a monster lobster. Tia, Kua Tua, Marie. Okay,
Oh.
please
I can't click.
please show us
nothing to do with that.
Abuelita, the Seguin priestess.
Video gets into the hands.
All right. Abuelita, the sea. Oh no! Oh no! she's at mass right now. Okay. If you should see her, just give them the shell, and that will say safe passage. Okay. Now,
So this offer is good for all three of us, right?
yes, it's good for all three of you, even though the other two disgust me. And at that, she says, she bids everyone so long and adieu. And the Mamisk crests back into the seas to leave our merry men alone.
I have to know how were the sandwiches? Did we enjoy them?
Were they good sandwiches?
Were they good?
She's known for her sandwiches. They're a little soggy.
I didn't get sandwich.
A little soggy, but
I had
they're delicious. Well, you guys aren't alone for long, because basically out of nowhere from the forest comes Aaron the Uber.
It's a regular.
it's just Aaron the Uber.
It's just a guy in a car.
Oh no! Oh, it's your Uber driver here, right here outside. Now you can decide to get in the car with Aaron Uber. He promises to take you all the way to the bridge.
How do I feel about Aaron the Uber?
He
Have I
looks like a
heard,
good guy.
have I heard tell of his
Can we ask for his
driving?
record? His driving record?
Are we talking about the Uber record or the actual driving record?
I guess the Uber
Driver's
one.
record.
Because the Uber
Uber.
record I hear was quite good. It's
Oh.
quite good.
So you've heard good things about Aaron
Wow,
the
you heard-
Uber. He tells you that he has a fantastic rating, nearly all fives except for this one bitch. But but otherwise, he said everything's been good. He does tend to take breaks to play video games on his Switch, but he will get you where you need to go. He promises.
What does he require from us to give us this ride?
Ooh, didn't think that through.
Strawberry shortcake?
He requires
Ding dong.
a ding dong. One ding dong.
Glitches
Sold.
ding dong.
You guys want to go for a ride with Aaron the Uber?
Specifically, like the little Debbie chick.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Not Glitch's flaccid ding dong.
Yeah, you're not offering your ding dong glitch.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So is that a yes? Would you guys like to take a ride to the bridge?
What do you guys think? Take a ride to the Razor's Edge Bridge with Aaron the Uber?
Yes. Sounds good.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, and so you hop in the car, and Aaron the Uber begins to drive.
I can't
On
stop
the
looking at
sand.
this photo.
Now, as
So
you're
hold on,
driving
wait. We're in an actual car, like a car.
in a car,
All right.
It's the only non-monster.
yeah. He's Aaron in the Uber.
All right.
It's his car, and he offered you guys a joint. You want it?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I
yes.
need to say-
It's
I
a
need
joint
to say-
for Flaubert.
Robert takes it.
I'm not
Flaubert
taking-
takes the joint, and Flaubert is also. He doesn't know if it's the joint or if it's real, but he begins to notice that the car seems to be getting smaller, or at least shorter, by the second. Until he realizes that Glitch and Jason the Vuman are also concerned. And they realize that they, of course, aren't getting shorter, but that they are indeed now trapped in the sinking sands and sinking quickly.
I'm leaving it
Until
back.
now,
We're still
they
on
are
the-
completely submerged
We're still on the
in
beach.
a sand
Submerged.
trap. Submerged, yeah. You guys are having a problem there. But
let's go
beneath
crazy.
the sand, there is a pressure plate trapdoor that suddenly tilts down and opens. Now, the car is so big that it actually is bigger than the trap. But the windows were open, and you guys, all but Aaron, fell into the trap and descended deep under the Earth's floor and into, you know it, a hidden dungeon.
Dungeon.
Dungeons and Dragons. You're in a dungeon. Oh, look around.
Man, I probably shouldn't have smoked that joint.
This is a bad time because you are now
Man.
in the horrible Hades dungeon, where before you are 4 terror doors. But first, before you decide anything about doors, you have this little problem of fire that has started to come out the walls from the sides, and they're slowly encompassing the room from the corners, working its way in.
Do I see any mechanism that might control this at all?
No, but it's coming at you from the sides.
So there's 4 doors in front of us, and that's the only.
But we can go up. Can we go up?
There
Is there a way? Is there a way
it's
out?
a very big pit. It's very high. It was a huge
That's
trap.
okay
It's
though,
like-
because
You
like
do.
Esther's stairway, I can make any creature who agrees able to defy gravity and logic with the ability to walk up walls, ceilings, etc.
That's only.
that
gonna
is a
be
great
one of us,
talent.
though.
But only
But
one of
only-
you will be safe.
Ah,
The others will be left to fire and
Is
die.
it dark?
It's pretty dark. There's fire, so you can see there's
Okay.
fire coming at you.
Okay, so we only have the 4 doors, right? That's all we got.
Yeah, but you can't even get to the doors now because the doors are on the sides, and it started on the sides, so it's coming towards you. Is there anywhere you guys would like to go? That's not on the sides.
Forward.
There's only
Oh.
staying near the fire on the sides or going towards the middle.
which is forward.
Well, I guess I don't know where
Okay,
you
so
guys
our only
dropped.
choice is let's huddle. Let's hug in the middle.
Do you guys want to do that? The
I
fire's
don't know.
coming after you
Is there
anyway.
another pressure plate in the middle of the room that's going to drop?
There is a pressure plate in the middle of the room.
We don't have a choice, right?
Yes.
So we stand
You
on the
did
pressure
it.
plate.
And once you got all of your weight on the pressure point, it triggered a force field that protects you from the fires of Hades. But that force field is weakening fast in the heat. And a voice comes from God knows where, but whatever, that you have 2 minutes to answer these 2 ancient riddles to make the flames recess. If you can't, you will burn. And the 2 minutes begins now. Riddle number 1. If I drink, I die. If I eat, I survive. What am I? If I drink, I die. If I eat, I survive.
Fire.
Correct, Flaubert.
Man,
If you drink like water, it dies. If you eat, and it will survive. Very good. Now, the clock is still ticking. One more riddle. This thing, all things devour. Birds, beasts, trees, and flower. Gnaws iron, bites steel, grinds hard stones to meal. Slays kings, ruins town, and beats high mountains down. What is this thing? It devours all things.
if we answer wrong,
Birds,
are we
beasts,
penalized?
trees. No, but you have a minute to get it right. You can
Time.
keep guessing, yeah. What,
Time.
Flaubert?
Time.
I said it too.
Flaubert!
We said it at the same
Again, Flaubert saves the day. The fires recess, and you no longer need the force field. Anyway, and now you have the choice of the 4 terror doors before you. Which door will you choose? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Behind one door, you'll be no more. Behind another, there is freedom successfully. And still another, you'll meet your worst enemy. And in the last, well, that one you really don't want to know because it's like Nightmare City stuff and you don't want to get any nauseous. It's make you just even if I told you. So anyway, those are the 4 doors. Which door will you choose?
Door
1,
2.
2, 3, or 4?
Door 2.
Someone has to decide who's going to be the one that opens the door.
Well, this is my quest. I'm not afraid to open the door.
Do it.
Okay. Now, you notice when you get. Oh, which door do you choose, first of all? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
They go in the order of the terrible thing.
No. You don't know which one's
Oh.
which.
there
Otherwise,
any-
you would choose
Are
the
there
number
any
2.
any markings or symbols on the doors that might give me a hint?
There's no hint, but there is a directions. There's no actual. The door is locked unless you say a certain thing.
Okay.
But this is true of all the doors, and they all say the same thing. So once you choose the door, I'll tell you how to open it. But
That would be door number 1.
ooh. And to open the door, you must bark and snarl and make fart noises. That's the key because that's the way it is. Bark and snarl and make fart noises.
Do they have to be in that order?
No. But they have to be chaotic, so. And the door, without even touching it, begins to open. And when it opens, it reveals a mirror. A magic mirror is revealed. The magic triggered by looking into the mirror, which you, of course, naturally did as you opened the door and looked in. And so Jason the Vuman, who opened the door, instantly has his duplicate created, his worst enemy, himself. And the duplicate immediately springs out of the mirror and attacks with the identical powers of Jason the Vuman. You guys, all 3, must defeat Jason the Vuman's duplicate.
Dark.
He's one of the tough ones. You guys should have had Flaubert open that door. He would have been a real easy.
All right, so we roll
Wow.
initiative.
Thanks a lot, DM.
You picked the strongest guy. Glitch, this is the time when we need you to get naked and attack, not a 2. All right, what do you want to do to your worst enemy?
Well, first I want to
Yourself.
compliment him on how honestly,
How handsome he is.
I want to admire.
Thank you. And he also agrees that you are handsome.
I mean, I don't see the problem with this guy. I think 2 Bs are better than 1. So
Yes, team up.
I agree, but I just have a feeling that I want to kill you.
that's fine. We could do it that way too. So I will. I'm right in front of him, right? Because I opened the door.
Yes, you're right next.
Am I within?
He jumped out at you, but he can't attack you yet because he didn't roll.
Yeah,
that
but is he's within 5 feet of me though, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if I move, he will attack me. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the great sword off my back and take a swing.
Nice. You missed.
The AC is 20, in case you guys don't know.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be rough, guys.
Okay, who's next? Is that my swing?
That'd
My
be
turn?
Flaubert. Flaubert's next.
Flaubert, do some magic, man. Take him down.
Well, I could use Picasso's shapeshifter spell and take on I could become the third one of you guys.
I mean, that sounds like a marvelous idea.
What you can do, yes, you can become
Right?
any monster you've already seen.
Who would I be though, other than?
Well, you've seen some incredible
Jen the
monsters.
Hugger was pretty,
Right, she was pretty darn strong.
but also
Or
defeated.
you didn't even you saw Momesk the Wraith. She's got 45 hit points.
Oh, yes, that's true.
And
We
she's
didn't
got some
get to test her
real
abilities.
damage. Yeah, you never even saw what she can do.
We didn't get to test her abilities.
Oh, she's got something called the Life Drain, and it looks pretty good.
Oh wow!
You could become Momesk the Wraith, or you could become Chul, the Jen the Hugger. Anyway,
I feel like Momsters the Wraith has the most.
She would be a lot of fun. Is that what you choose? Whoever you choose, Jason, of course, will put up again for us to see your attack.
Yes, I think I should be Momsters the Wraith for this.
She is a
and
tough
use my
mother.
Picasso shapeshifter ability.
Nice.
Spell.
Okay.
You missed, unfortunately.
So that spell was wasted.
Well, you still get to be it for the duration of the battle if you get another.
Oh,
turn.
that's good. Okay then.
Yes. Okay, you did not hit
Unfortunately.
with your life drain.
Okay,
Who's next?
it's Evil Me's turn.
Oh no. All right. Evil you.
Yeah.
I want to use my cantrip of the frost.
Okay.
How do I do that?
So
I'm going to
right.
do it to you because I want to kill my worst enemy.
Well, hold on. A frigid beam of blue-white light streaks toward a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack on a head, takes 1d8 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet. So I'm slowed by 10 feet. For my
Yes. Got
Oh,
you.
Yeah, you got me.
You're frozen-ish.
Ish.
All right, he survived me.
Glitch, go get him.
Let's get naked. It's time to Hulk out.
yes. Relentless attack. What do I do?
Nice. I don't know what is he
With
do?
the axe?
Well, you got to go into a rage, right?
I don't
So
know.
rip your clothes off. You're
Rage.
naked. Now what
monster
happens?
bonus.
Let's destroy him.
Yeah. Because it gives me rolls double points on melee attack rolls.
Yeah, that's like
All right.
he only has 3 hit points left if he's got my hit points.
All right. Somebody could take him out now.
Die.
All right. Whose turn is it now?
That would be
It's,
back on me then.
Jason.
All right. You better end him because I'm angry. I want my sword on you next time if I survive this. Yeah. How do you make sure you hit me?
Mm-hmm. Crane kick.
You have to, I'd
Or
have to
you
roll
can,
15 or
or
higher.
you can do a spell.
Yeah, I mean, I do have one thing that I could do, but it could be a waste as well. So I'm not going to do that. I'll go ahead and try and swing with the greatsword again.
All right.
Swing and a miss.
Okay. And now I
A wing?
take my sword out. Flaubert, you better take me out.
Save me from me.
All right, here we go. So 17
Nice.
plus
Or-
5.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it.
You're going to kill him.
You did it.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely dead.
All right, what's your...
Now
Nice.
do. All right.
So-
So
Killing him.
Done for.
slowly, you see the life drain out of the duplicate Vuman. All the color in his face goes out, and then his face kind of sucks in on itself, and then his body sucks in on itself until it's the size of an atom, and poof, gone.
I'm very uncomfortable.
I know.
Like
it
an
was,
imploding
it was an
star.
implosion. It was literally a drain.
Black
he drained until he turned into a black hole. Yes.
Did it.
All right. Now there's 3 more choices. You chose door number 1.
What?
There's one door
Oh, there's one
that's
door.
yeah. There's one
That was
door
one
that's
door?
yeah.
Holy
There's one door that's certain death. There's one door that's freedom,
What were the...
and there's one door that you don't even want to know. It's just disgusting.
Death,
It's about that.
freedom, disgusting. Sounds good.
And it doesn't have to be Jason the Vuman that opens this door. Anyone can open.
It should still be me, guys. Come on.
Well, since you opened the door last time, the mirror you came out.
I kick open door number 3.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Well, when you kicked it, you also have to bark and fart and
Again?
growl.
Okay.
Yeah. And as he kicks the door slams open, and everyone's a little scared to even look what lies behind it after what happened last time. And the amazement is it appears to be some sort of a portal. You can vaguely make out a wooded scene. Do you want to go through the door and see
Absolutely not.
this wooden scene? It's the only way out. It definitely wasn't certain death and didn't seem disgusting. It might be the escape into
do you
the
guys
woods.
think?
I mean, we're definitely going into the woods if we go there. And we know it's in the woods. We're at the Razor's Edge Bridge right now?
No, we didn't even make it off the
No.
beach.
We never
You're
made it there.
sunk
On the
in the
sand.
beach, so you don't know what.
We're
Yeah,
still at the beach.
so this is gonna take you. You don't know where in the woods it's gonna take you. That is true.
I
You
mean,
guys want to open another door?
our odds are pretty good at this point because it's 50-50 we have certain death.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I think we should do it then.
All right, I go through the portal.
Okay. Do you guys follow him
no.
to the
I'm not staying in this dungeon by myself.
You can
Okay.
just stay in the dungeon forever, or fight the disgustingness.
No, let's
I come.
Okay. As you guys exit the portal, you are transported into the enchanted Fatum Forest. It's overgrown by vegetation, is all you can see. Vines bursting up through the soil and climbing the trees, while the trees' roots entwine and rise up under the soil and the vines in a woven chaos. No sky can be seen, covered by the giant overhanging trees. There's literally only one sticky rope leading to a dash of light if one wished to climb and see exactly where they were in this forest and what direction to go. The only other option seems to be just to go straight on the path where directly north, the merry men see a gate with a sign that says Animibus Damnitus, which is Latin for lost souls. It seems to be a menagerie of sort, a zoological park, if you will, with statues of animals all around. Do you enter? Do you go somewhere else? Do you climb that sticky rope to the light? It's your move.
I mean, Vuman.
Vuman. Well, statues are interesting, but I think climbing the tree might be a good idea so we can get a better idea. But I'm not sure. To be honest.
It's some sort of sticky rope. Yes.
Sticky rope. We know there's spiders because we were told that.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like going toward the statues.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
I'm down for some
That sounds
for some
interesting.
sculptures.
Now, as you enter this creepy-looking zoo of lost souls, statues of animals are all around you. Chicken statues, a statue of a dog, beehive statues, etc. Animals all around. What do you want to do? You just see these statues.
Are these very lifelike statues that look like they might have been frozen?
They look like stone, but they do look very lifelike. Yes.
Should we try to like knock or cut into one?
I don't know. That's up to DM.
Can we
It's up to
search?
you guys, whatever you want to do.
Can we do some investigation for searching for
Okay.
hidden creatures?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there markings on any of these statues?
No, they're just different animals.
Hmm.
There is one of a woman. Just a woman stone statue.
All right,
Is
let's look
there-
at that.
The rest are animals.
Let's look at the woman statue closely.
Is Glitch clothed or not at this point?
Oh.
You might want to put the. I think.
Whoa, Glitch, watch out, buddy.
Yeah, he did have to put his clothes back on
All right.
after a
Don't be
little
embarrassed.
adventure. Okay, so you guys cautiously move forward, and you go to pass the woman statue, and then from behind the statue, hiding exactly behind it, you hear "boo," And it's Sand Druid, the Nature Whisperer. We can look at her now. Sand Druid. There she is. Hello, Sand Druid.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Looks so cool.
She appears from behind the statue of herself, and she speaks. Why do you dare come into my menagerie uninvited? This forest is special. It is my family. And anyone who steps on this land without permission is only out to soil my family. Many of my children have left me off to different schools. My daughters are all growing up. I have nothing but my lovely animals. And you come here before them with weapons around you? And with that, all the other statues come alive. The stones crumble to reveal live Ace, the hound dog. Wild chickens. There it is. And bees. So many bees. I will lose no more family to outsiders, she says. Now, druids, it should be known, are known for one major skill. They can form into any beast of the earth at any time, any place. And so before your eyes, Sand Druid transforms into a giant eagle. And she caws. Caw! For family and country! As she swoops in to attack, with her bees and her dog charging forward as well. As for the hell chickens, they just cluck around. The hell chickens just cluck around like clucking idiots. But the eagle and the bees and the dog, they're attacking. Now,
Oh my God.
Oh, that's the chickens.
all right, got my giant eagle. Okay, so they're kind of around you. They're surrounded you because you're in the middle.
What's the melee bite? What's
You
that?
just bite them.
Okay, just a
You
bite.
just go up to them and bite them.
Sounds good. Seems like
Wanna
the
do that?
great axe gives me a better.
Yeah.
Okay.
The biting would just be because you just want to bite
Yeah.
people.
Find out.
It wouldn't be because it's better.
Okay. Just to finish them off with a bite.
Right.
I'll use the great axe on the dog.
That was not enough
Nope.
to
Alright.
hurt the dog. So you great axe, then you great missed.
Turn now.
The dog does not like that Glitch just swung a great axe at him. So the dog is going to bite you.
Okay.
12 plus 3 is 15. Does that
Nope.
get you?
I have
No.
a 16.
Nice. Okay. He bit and missed. And his feelings are hurt.
It's okay, doggy.
Maybe we can save the dog. I guess I will go after the druid.
All right. She is.
And I will do an Eldritch Blast.
You
Four.
missed.
Okay, so up next are the bees.
The bees. Let me see what my bees can do. Okay, the bees are very attracted to Flaubert. And so, the bees. I'm biting at Flaubert.
Question.
Oh, no. 13 plus 3, 16. I think I got
Yeah,
Flaubert.
I got him.
Yeah, you got me.
Okay.
Ouch.
You have
Yeah, so
four.
I have 4 points left. Let me
Oh, no.
Yeah, this isn't good.
hold on.
No. This is not good. All
Um,
right.
I have a quick question. What's the cantrips? How do those work?
You have prestidigitation, which I think is what that's supposed to be, but it just says predigitation.
Yes. Yes, that's what it is.
And that actually is just like an illusion spell that makes you look like you're cleaned up and you smell good. And then there's
Nice. in case I'm going out one night.
it's
The
literally
worst cantrip. All right, here comes the Eagles.
And
Swooping
I only
in.
have 4 damage points left.
Yeah, if she goes at you, you're done. Luckily, she has her sights on Glitch.
Ah,
She is going to, with her talons, do a melee weapon attack with her talons That's what the eagle did.
That was the bees.
Taloned you. Just taloned you.
Oh.
The eagle taloned you. Your sister, San Druid.
Ah,
So it should be on Glitch's turn now.
And I think
I have
Jason,
animal
the Vuman,
handling. Can I do something with the dog?
Maybe you do have a handling thing. What's that mean exactly? But you do have that.
It's
Do you
like
know
a
what that
steel
means?
horse.
So normally you would use animal handling to try and calm a creature.
The ace is his own dog, you know, his own self, and so he would. You saw how he got his feelings hurt earlier, so he is tameable if you can manage it.
All right. So I walk up to the doggy, and I roll my dice. Okay. no. Do I have to say how I do it and then roll, or roll and then say
Yeah.
how I do it? All right. So I take out my mouse and keyboard that I have.
Yes.
I don't know. I still hold on to the past life.
Yes, you do.
And I swing that mouse around like a little sling, just swing it around.
Uh-huh.
Dog's wagging his tail. I'm just
Okay.
I'm determining that.
You like
And
trying to
then,
hypnotize him?
No. And I toss the mouse right over his head, right
Oh,
through the
fetch.
bees,
I get it. It's like a fetch.
and then it lands on the ground. And then I don't know. We'll see, right?
Yeah, let's see. All right, yeah, let's see what happens.
Let's see what to do.
Come on, big money.
Yeah, you definitely got my number. And so what happened was the ace, the hound dog, sees that mouse and keyboard you chucked, and he went, and he just,
Door nearby.
he's going, and he needs to fetch that thing, and he gets it, and he brings it back to you, and he puts it by your side, you know, and he goes, and he nudges you, and he licks your hand, and he wants you to throw it again, actually.
Yeah. Okay. So what do I
But
do?
he likes you a lot, and he's cool now. He's like,
Do I stab him
wants to
now?
no, he's cool now. He's tamed. He's cool. He's your dog.
Okay, I know. I'm just kidding.
We'll eat them later.
Yeah. Yes, you
Eat
could.
him later.
He's
The
not a
dog is-
threat
The
anymore.
dog is no longer a threat. yes.
Okay. Basically killed. Or
Basically dead.
can I tell him to do stuff later?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it's the dog's turn right now if he wants to act.
Oh,
Oh, it's the dog's turn.
can I tell him what to do?
The
Tell him
dog would.
Eat those bees.
He likes you a lot, so you could try and tell him what to do. See if he does it. You could attack those bees.
Go attack those bees, dog. Sick 'em.
Oh, okay. So it goes to attack the bees. The bees have been dwindled, but they are not gone.
Oh, okay.
And now you have a hint of what was left. Not much.
All right.
But good job, doggy. Okay, whose turn is it
Flaubert.
now? After the bees.
Flaubert.
I'll
Flaubert.
be right back.
I'm gonna
Remember,
shoot
the
that.
bees.
I'm gonna shoot the eagle right out of the sky.
Okay. Hit.
All right. Finally.
How bad is it? No one's hit the eagle, right?
Let's
Yeah.
see.
But he just hit him. Hit
Come
her in the talon.
on.
She's still alive. She's doing fine. All right, it's your turn, Glitch.
Mansell,
Mansell wounded the
Yeah.
eagle, but not enough. Hit him in the talon.
Wow.
Wow.
He scraped. He scraped his fingernail.
I guess I can go with the spear.
Man, that's not gonna cut it.
It's okay. It's the dog's turn now.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's the new hero of the story.
You can attack that. Maybe finish off the bees. He did it. There was only two left for the bees. He ate the bees. The bees are eaten.
It's the
There's
best
only an
dog ever.
eagle. There's only an eagle left.
All right.
A giant
so
eagle.
it's my turn, and I will unleash an eldritch blast at the eagle.
Sandrew, the eagle, took a hit, but she is still coming.
Okay, at the end of my turn, I'm going to shout out, "This is your last chance, witch, to leave us alone."
Never. You killed my bees.
Worth a shot. And took your dog.
You stole my
And your
dog.
chickens are next.
I have nothing left but to kill. Well, Glitch is nearing his death, and
Better.
so is Flaubert. So now she wants to
Never.
weaken everybody. She wants to weaken the Vuman. So she
Please.
comes in to attack the Vuman with her beak. The
I
eagle misses.
smiled at her and she just missed. She couldn't take the charming smile. That was it.
No, she was looking at that.
All right, I'm gonna.
All right, who's next?
I'm gonna go reckless. Can I do that again?
Yeah.
Well, Rex,
Get naked. And remember, if you miss, yeah, you'll be weak. So you have to hit. You hit.
That's
Now,
19 plus
how bad
5.
is it? How bad is it? All right, her wings are damaged, but she is still on one wing, just flapping away.
Attack the
Dog.
eagle.
Are you just in control of this dog now forever?
Yeah.
It looks like
guess
it.
so. I don't know.
But the
Ding
dog
dongs.
the dog has some bad news. The dog says, "Can't fight my former master." So
Dogs. Wow.
he'll do.
Oh, I
he'll
speak
do-
the animal language though, right? Is that
Yeah,
what-
yeah, yeah. He's saying it to you. Yeah, it's animal language. Yeah, you speak animal languages. Yes.
I speak.
To everyone else, they heard, but you.
it's my turn, and I will unleash an eldritch blast at the eagle.
And the eagle's second wing gets hit directly by the eldritch blast, and the eagle goes headfirst into a tree, beak stuck in it, neck snapped. I went too far. Sorry, I went too far. As you move along, now that you've done this, that kill, and I think it made me looking at the broken neck, I don't know what it was, but it made Jason the Vuman remember a time when he slayed a dragon and cooked it. And so he decided to tell all of us how you cook properly a freshly dead dragon. Jason?
Well, I
Give
mean,
us the
everybody knows
ingredients and-
that first you have to remove the scales, right? Because if you don't remove the scales, you probably just break your teeth. Especially the red ones, the red dragons, they're the worst. Very tough.
Right.
They don't even taste good.
Nice.
But the green ones, those are the ones you want. You want the green dragons that taste the best, you know? So the trick, once you remove the scales, is you got to get a big roaring fire going, you know, because they're pretty flame retardant, being dragons,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a really hot fire. After that, you just throw on all your herbs and seasoning, just like anything else, you know, and then you eat it after that. After you cook it for a while, and you're good.
How long do you cook it?
I mean, it takes a long time. It depends on how big your dragon steak is, of course. But
And after that splendid story by Jason Vuman, you've now noticed you've definitely exited this enchanted zoo from hell. And you don't know what direction you're going in. You're just guessing. You have it's just trees and trees and trees. You don't know if you're going north, south, east, or west. But you do notice that the forest trees now have a distinct webbing all over them. Even the floor has a certain stick to it as you take each step. But you don't take too many steps until you see high up in a tree, straight north. You don't know that it's north, but it's north. What appears to be a giant spider with the body and face of a woman on top. Yes, it's Jackley, the forest drider. There.
You gotta zoom in on that one.
Yes, sir. Look at that.
Nice.
Oh my god. Oh yes. That is good.
That's something you can stick up on the wall.
That's something I'm printing out.
Zoom in on that.
Our anniversary is coming up. I'm framing that.
And you also notice, along with her, it's suspicious, it's weird, but there's two dudes. There's two dudes. The first dude says, "Hey, it's me, Sergio." show me. Let's see what that is.
Just a random dude again.
It's me, Sergio. Just a regular guy. I have no special powers or anything. I just like to follow around this half spider, half woman lady person. And this is my buddy, Drunken Master Will. Do you have a picture? Master Will.
That's terrible.
We met her at a we met her one night at a bar out here in the forest. It was weird, and we got wasted, and we just kind of been hanging out with her ever since. Cheers. Now, while Sergio, the regular commoner man, was speaking, Jackley the Drider, silhouetting down the branches towards the merry men, hisses, "Kindness is a very important thing. Maybe the most important thing, don't you think? However, the more I tried to make people kind, they didn't listen. No one ever listens. That's not very kind, now is it? Is coming into a forest with swords and spells kind? No, it's really not. And if you cannot be kind, then you should not be allowed to live. Sounds backwards, hypocritical, but boo-hoo, this is a quest, and I am a monster. Life is full of contradictions, yin and yang. Here is balance of both in this world, and so I am kindness, and I am cruel."
Goodness.
Wow.
And now
I have kindness and I am cruel.
they're coming to fight.
Oh my goodness.
What do we do?
I thought they were going to be reasonable this time.
Yeah, Sergio,
No,
help
you
us.
think the kindness lady would definitely.
This is just
but
an onslaught.
this is non-stop fighting.
Like,
Can we talk to her, guys?
You can try.
Just like, hey, we're kind. Can we give her some gifts?
Yeah, I mean, I would have given some gifts, explained that I'm on a quest for love, and it's pretty kind. And we didn't even choose to come in this forest, to be fair. We were kind of put here. I'm kind of pinching myself, trying to make the tears come out. I'm gonna roll to see if I actually can. Let's see. I failed to cry. I'm just letting you know now. I'm trying.
Okay, well, let me tell you that when Jackley the Drider saw you try to cry and couldn't pull it off, she got really mad at this fake pity you were trying to get on her. So all she did was she said, "Common folk, attack." And so now the Drider is watching from above, but now Sergio and the Drunken Master Will have attacked. So now you better figure out who's going first because it's happening with those two.
All right.
It's a club.
Actually, I'm going to make it Sergio doesn't have any weapons, but he has a really good slap with a beer in his hand. So he slaps you with that heavy beer.
It really sounds like we should be getting along with Sergio, you know?
Right. He doesn't even seem to know what he's there for, but he is so drunk. He just was told something to do, and he's coming.
I mean,
And
he's
swinging.
he sounds fun until he starts swinging.
He's an angry drunk.
Yeah, he's an angry drunk. Now, he's swinging. He goes first, right?
Yep, he's first.
He's swinging at Jason the Vuman because those crocodile tears. And so he missed wildly and fell to the floor. And then he was spilling the beer that he felt. He just starts just sad. He's just licking off the floor as much beer as he can get. Sad.
I swear I can hear Sergio's drunk laugh in my ear.
Guess I'll do the axe.
All right.
Digging the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
God.
It's like sad. It's a little melancholy. It's like sad that we have to fight.
Yeah. Guess I was thinking Sergio.
All right.
Well, if
Sergio.
if
But
he's
Sergio, he's on the floor and he just kind of moved at the exact right time, and then he like haunched himself like this, and he just started laughing.
What?
Yeah, he's getting real weird, real drunk, real fast. Next.
After that, we have me, and I will regrettably swing my greatsword at Sergio.
You got him. Poor guy. You took him out.
Flailing on the floor.
Poor Sergio, flailing, drunk on the floor. That's how he wants to go, I hear. So, all right, so now drunken Master Will is still trying to attack. Ugh.
All right. Well, I think Flaubert takes a few steps back and then shoots him with his longbow.
As a drunken
I know.
master, he weaved out of the way of that one. No problem. Will is going to attack Jason the Vuman because you killed his only buddy. Not even close. And so he swings and doesn't fall though because he's got that great drunken balance.
All right.
He's weaving around. Next.
It'll be back on glitch.
All right. Axe again.
I got him.
Wow.
I got him.
Nice.
Yeah.
So now he's gone and good, you got rid of two, but now you've just really angered the spider, Drider.
So I'm gonna guess that she's like just now crawling down a tree. So I'll
Yeah,
use
she's coming
Eldritch
towards you.
Blast at range.
All right, we're attacking the Vuman that tried to get me. And so I'm coming down to bite you with those fangs that she must have, I guess. I didn't see fangs on her, but she's got them. She's got them. All right, let's see if I can get you.
Oh my gosh.
You dead?
I am not dead.
What do you got?
I have 8 hit points left.
You guys are all in deep trouble. All right, who's next?
Okay, so now
That'd be me. All right.
Go for it.
Step back once again, and we're gonna go for the longbow. I hit him,
That's
right?
not enough. That's not
No?
enough. The Drider is stronger
What is
than
it?
that.
It's 16, isn't it?
I'm not telling you.
Let's get naked.
Let's get naked and
naked.
run, baby.
Woo! Throw it all off and get out of there.
Nope.
I'm naked.
And you're and you're naked. Naked and weak.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try. I will call out for a distant ally. Please! We are in dire need.
At that moment, at that very moment, materializing from her invisibility, fairy dragon Belle, show us.
Okay. This is great.
Oh,
She's gonna love this so much.
fairy dragon Belle, a violet-colored cutie, no more than the size of a dragonfly, has actually been following closely behind the entire journey, invisible, to watch over her hero, Jason the Vuman. Noticing the tiny fix the merry men have found themselves in, she winks at Jason and flutters over to the great menacing monster, smiles sweetly, and with her breath of euphoria, sprays the beast in a vibrant flash of rainbow lights that completely stuns and paralyzes the monster from any movement. Now, what do you guys decide to do? This is a frozen
Run.
run. You guys want to run?
Yeah, that's a good idea. She's
You guys run.
Thank you,
And the
Belle.
fairy dragon Belle follows you for a bit. She smiles and says, "Well, that was a keen piece of cake." At that moment, she disappears into the wind. But in her place appears 3 keen pieces of cake that will regain everyone in the party back to complete health.
Oh my gosh. It's
Thank
amazing.
you,
Man.
Fairy dragon.
Thank you, Fairy Belle.
very well.
Flaubert, in celebration, says this poem.
All right.
It could be a haiku.
Oh, are you waiting on me to say a brand?
Yeah, you have to say a poem.
Of course.
Oh man. We were almost dead, and now we are not. And so, here's a flower, forget me not.
Oh.
Nice.
Glitch say boo.
Now, for a moment, Glitch wonders where did this flower just come from that he picked, and they realize that they've run out of the forest, and they have reached Hypochondriac Pass, which is directly in front of Hypochondriac Fields. If you want to look on your map, Hypochondriac Fields is a shortcut to the volcano. There's no trolls, no dangerous bridge to cross, no moat of fire lava to fall into. Just gorgeous purple lily field that guarantees you will get every major disease, boils, virus, tick, rabies along the way. In fact, a rash is already beginning to form on all of you just because you're right near it. Now, do you wish to survive that shortcut? Try to survive it, or head over to take your chances with Tweedledum and Tweedledee trolls at the bridge over there. Your choice.
What do you think, boys?
Trolls.
I agree.
Trolls, we're all amped up now. Let's do it.
All right.
But
Well, I mean, yeah, we're all recovered.
I mean,
right? Let's do it.
let's do
Now,
it.
before we go on, I feel it incumbent upon me as the dungeon master to reveal to you that if you would have chosen Hypochondriac Fields, there was actually nothing to fear at all, for it's hypochondriac fields, not a field of real sickness. And so it would have just been a nice, easy way. But you didn't choose it, and that's fine. It's a lesson to the hypochondriacs out there. It's not real. Now, before you go, though, poof! A Tiefling sorcerer. You already know her. Jessica! She appears again at the entrance to Hypochondriac Fields. Hi, guys! How's the little questy thing going?
Oh,
Since I can pop up wherever... Since I can pop up wherever and whenever I will it, I decided to pop on over and offer you each one more free spell to use to the end of your journey. The only cost, there's only one cost, and you must do a shot of healing tea with me. You can either choose any spell from the booklet, and you can reuse a spell you already used that you want back. So choose wisely.
Fireball.
I'll take back Da Vinci's anatomical miracle cure.
Nice. That's probably a nice one to have. So we got a fireball back and a miracle cure. Now, as Jessica, we take a chug. Let's chug our beers. That's what the cost was to this finale. Everybody, one. And because I'm such a wonderful sister of light, as a bonus, I just snuck a little ayahuasca into those shots you just drank.
Nice.
Cool, right? So in a matter of moments, you'll be tripping and hallucinating pretty hard. But good news, by vanquishing the demons of the fears that you have that are about to attack you, your own private fears, you will uncover your shadow to light the path to your journey's end. Bye-bye now. At that, both Jessica and her pop-up shop of the higher self vanish into thin air. Immediately, Jason the Vuman sees aliens coming down, stealing Owen the Eladrin and Fairy Dragon Bell as he feels his shrinking inadequacy by the second.
I feel so good about this.
Glitch, meanwhile, is waited on by an incompetent waiter who can't get his order right over and over. And Flaubert is confronted by Mark Zabel, the art critic, who makes him hear the history of art and how anything abstract is not real art, only perfect copies of things and self-portraits are art. You are all in the ayahuasca twilight zone. What do you do?
What do we do?
I don't know. What do you do with these
Cower.
hallucinations?
I cower in fear.
I
God, I
feel like I should paint an abstract painting to overcome this obstacle.
Maybe, but he will critique it and say how unrealistic it is.
Oh,
So we're
man.
dealing with these illusions.
Is this all in the mind, or am I actually running around?
You don't know. You have no clue.
God.
I'm not telling you.
You probably, I mean, I would imagine if you were really there in that mode, you probably wouldn't even be able to question that.
Right. What do we do to see if it works?
I get naked.
You can do an intimidation strength check where you use strength to your advantage, trying to scare off whatever it is you're trying to intimidate, or you can go with persuasion, which is a charisma roll, to
Naked.
see if you can persuade it to be afraid.
Well, he's naked, so what's that mean? What
This
is,
is the-
Well, then in that case,
a
for
better
DM
chance with
rules,
strength.
you can do a performance check to see how well he pulls off his naked performance. That's a
all
DM.
right. Let's see how intimidating you are.
The steak is well done. I'll show you well done.
Oh my gosh.
And it worked.
Yeah,
Your
dude.
hallucination cowered away, and it is gone.
Medium
still
rare.
have- We still have aliens, and we still have Mark the Critic. But wait, who is that in the distance? Is that you're gonna have to put him up? Aaron, Uber Aaron again?
Oh, no,
That dude?
no,
That dude?
absolutely.
I could use his help about right now.
Uber Aaron comes in and someone's in the car with him. Who is that? And out of the car comes Devin, the healer medic. Yeah, who knows how he got? Oh, Devin, the healer medic. Now, as you can see, this hulking hero comes before you and gives each of you a anecdote to the ayahuasca. Takes your fears away, heals you, heals you of everything wrong, and then he even gathers you around and gives you, just imagine whatever the best pep talk you've ever heard about the rest of the journey ahead. And he says, well, my job here is done, boys. Got to get back to base. See you on the holidays. Devin then doesn't get back in the car, but grabs 2 coconuts and bangs them together, makes horse hoof sounds as he gallops on foot off into the forest. Meanwhile,
Makes sense.
Aaron the Uber says, hey, you want to hop on in? I'll give you a ride to the bridge over there.
No, thank you.
We're good. We're at the
You guys
bridge.
wanna
I'm
get
like,
in?
We're literally at
No.
the bridge, aren't we?
You're pretty close. You might not need. Who knows where he'll take you.
we got this, Aaron. It's okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. Hey, I'll smoke one for you at home. Goodbye.
Right.
All right,
Get in
that's
there.
it. He's out of here now. So now you guys march off to the bridge towards Volcano Mountain. Directly north of the woods, you can see Volcano Mountain, a horrible jutting mountain with a volcano on top called Red Cinder Queen Volcano. But the only way onto the mountain and into the volcano where our fair amber Queen of Lash is being kept is a bridge. For the forest and mountain are separated by a super hot melt your face lava moat. This long connecting bridge is called Razor's Edge because it is as thin as the edge of a knife and guarded day and night by 2 trolls, namely Estefan, the trivia troll, and Giovanni, the bridge. Giovanni, the bridge troll.
Wow. No?
No. Oh god. Okay. As you approach the bridge, you're approached by both of these trolls. Oh god. Giovanni gutturally yells, Who goes there? And why do you approach our bridge? You have to answer now.
We forgot.
That's the best one. Giovanni. That's the best one.
Wait.
Stefan's good too, but Giovanni's perfect.
You gotta look at the whole picture with the words at the bottom too.
Okay, I didn't do that yet.
Did you see the bottom?
Oh,
The letters.
yeah.
So,
Beautiful. Oh my god. Okay.
oh, wow.
Okay. All right. So you have to answer. He's asked, who goes there and why do you approach our bridge?
I'm here to reclaim my long-lost love, Amber, the Queen of Rush.
Okay. All right. To cross this bridge, you can either fight us to the death or save your strength for the Cinder Queen across the bridge and answer a series of light, fun movie trivia and some simple questions. Which will it be?
I think we should try the questions first.
I guess so.
I think we got it.
Okay. So, Estefan brings out Cinephile, everyone's favorite game. I will name a celebrity. I'll pick a celebrity randomly out of these cards. In successive turns, I will name a movie that they were in. Then you, then me. You being all three of you against one me. Whoever runs out of movies first or names an incorrect movie loses. If you win, you move on to my brother Troll. If you lose, we eats you. Good, here we go. Robert, this is random. Robert Downey Jr. I go first. The Avengers.
Okay.
Someone has to go. You have like 5 seconds.
Iron Man.
So what?
What?
Iron Man 1.
Iron Man. Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 3.
Avengers 2.
What's the full name?
Avengers Endgame.
Right. Avengers. The third one.
I don't think so. I think you lost.
That's a real one. There's a 3. He said 4 just now. Endgame. Infinity,
Yeah, Infinity War.
War. I got it. Go on. Now we gotta get some real ones.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Ooh. Mr. Doolittle. It was not a success.
No,
Next.
I can't remember the name.
Come on, you're about to all be murdered.
this is ridiculous.
Oh, I know. Tropic Thunder.
Okay. Civil War.
Wait, was he in Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
black
he
guy.
was the
you are
black.
blackface.
Oh, yeah.
That is. He was racist.
So what movie did you just say, Matt?
I only have one more in my head, so if you guys can pull one more out. He was in Chaplin, and he did a wonderful job as Chaplin in the early 90s.
Then there's
Can you
the
think
one.
of any old 80s one that he did or something?
I'm not going to be able
This
to help
picture
you.
helps at all.
Is she in Pretty in Pink?
Does that picture help at all?
What is he doing with his hand?
I don't know. It's not even a peace
I
sign,
can't
is
even
it?
tell.
It looks like it's wrapped in something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty in
I think
Pink.
so.
Was he in that?
I don't know. I'll look it up. Let's see. I'm going to give it to you because I see right here on the website 6 movies that almost starred Robert Downey Jr. That's got to be good enough.
That's why it came up.
So you win.
Close enough.
Look at that.
Listen up.
Thanks.
Now, you must take on Giovanni. Now, the final test, and you cross the bridge. Each come one at a time. If you answer these questions 3, you cross. If you miss 1, you die. Good, let's start. Who wants to go first?
I cast invisibility on myself and walk past them.
Okay. I only see 2 of you now, but who wants to go now?
I'll go.
Okay, Glitch. What is your name?
Glitch.
What is your favorite color?
Green.
Close. It was blue. No, I'm kidding. It's green. What is the name of the person who shares the same birthday as Amber? No pressure.
Turn up.
You could get help from the invisible guy who disappeared.
Yeah, I didn't want to overstep, but I was going to go whisper in his ear.
Go ahead, whisper.
Yeah, whisper in his ear because you're
Whisper to
invisible.
Glitch. Glitch, stupid.
All right, it's Owen.
I thought so.
So what is it?
Bell.
You just said I
Oh,
thought
I'm just
so.
kidding. Owen.
Owen. Correct. Now, it's up to Mansell to see if he'll go with you. Ready? I mean, Flaubert. Ready, Flaubert?
Ready?
What is your name? What is your name?
Robert.
What is your favorite color?
Black.
No? Okay. What is the movie that Jason the Vuman found out was Amber's favorite film that first got Jason's attention and interest in her after they first met? It's Amber's favorite movie. Let's see if you can think of it first before, or at least it was at the time for a favorite movie. I don't know
Once
now.
whispered in my ear by an invisible man.
Maybe, but let's see if you can come up with it.
I can help.
It was Amber's favorite movie that Jason found out was her favorite movie, and that made him say, maybe she's cool. Who knows?
Glitch might know.
Princess Bride.
I'll give you one more shot with Jason the Vuman whispering in your ear.
Well, why don't we let the Glitch give it a shot?
Glitch, you know?
Braveheart.
Braveheart is correct.
It's the same as Jacqueline's. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Yes, you should ask. Interesting.
Well, I wouldn't have known that because she's not Jacqueline, but now I do.
Well, it's also much better than one of Jacqueline's other favorites, Boondock Saints, which sucks.
Oh.
You may now cross. You may now cross the bridge. But don't. Please don't try to cross by the razor thin bridge. That's nuts. Just take this catapult that's been directly behind you for free the whole time. With that, each one of you is catapulted across the bridge and onto
The unkind
Oh.
catapult.
Volcano Mountain. So now you're on Volcano Mountain. The volcano before you is massive in size, and you can feel the heat on the molten rock floor below your feet. As you begin your climb, you suddenly hear a voice from above. Hey, who's there? Matt? I never said you could let anyone over. The volcano's a mess. It's so over. And then we see her, beautiful and majestic. It's Jinlava, the Red Cinder Queen.
There we go.
Oh,
Lava.
hello, boys. Do not look on my cute face. I know I am cute. But when I get mad, I can become quite the hag. Reveal.
Okay.
Look at the picture.
Holy crap.
Oh, no. Before your very eyes, her true form is revealed. Jinlava, the Cinder Hag, is mad. And when she feels threatened and protective of family, no one is safe. Stay away from my sister queen, Amber. She's just a baby. And when she was little, we check in on her to make sure she could breathe. I must protect her. And at that point, Gina, by the way, I can hear her laughing across the house.
I could hear her laughing also.
You did?
Yeah.
All right, so she's coming to fight. Listen, I don't know if you've ever seen Gina Lava mad, but when Gene Lava's mad, she's not turning around. So you're gonna fight Gene Lava.
Okay, so spear.
I'm melting. Just kidding, I'm fine. Think you can get me with that? But she's hurt. She's a little hurt.
Little hurt.
That's a 9. Little hurt.
I guess I'll cast Shield of Fire on myself.
Oh.
What's that mean?
It's an enchantment, pretty much, that if I get attacked, it will do 2d8 fire damage automatically to my attacker.
Ah,
So
nice.
I cast it on myself.
Alright. Okay.
I mean, I don't know, like, with fire on fire, but Pollock's burning hands. Flames shoot from my fingers. Each creature must take dexterity saving throw. If fail, creature takes 3d6 damage.
Well, you hurt her feelings, but she's not. She's more powerful than that. Look at her.
Did the
Look at
fire
that
seem to have an effect at all?
Yeah. I mean, it hurt.
Okay.
I'll get naked if things start to get crazy.
Things are getting weird.
Oh, 20. I got a
Oh,
20.
that's a natural
Wow.
20. That's double damage.
That made her That made her ugly face peel a little more, but she is still alive.
Come on, guys. Oh, it's Jason. He's up.
Okay, so I am going to charge in with. Actually, I'm going to use Ray of Frost before I charge in and try and hit. And now that I
So
did
8?
that, yeah, so
Okay.
8 damage.
She's not dead yet. She's mad at Jason the Vuman because of what he just did. But he realized that Glitch is a friend, and hurting a friend, Jinlava knows, is worse than hurting yourself. So she has decided to give you the Death Glare. The hag targets one frightened creature she can see within 30 feet of her. If the target can see the hag, which obviously you can, you must succeed on a DC 11 wisdom saving throw against the magic, or you drop to 0 hit points, dead.
And
Death stare.
if you get under an 11, then you're dead.
Good luck. Gina has a really bad death stare in real life.
Me?
I hate it.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I just stared you. Higher than 11 or you're dead. Game
Yeah.
over.
What? How?
Good luck.
I got a 1.
Oh!
he's dead.
It's almost 11.
Okay, he's at 0,
It's halfway there.
but 0. Some people could maybe bring back the dead. I don't know.
So yeah, you're unconscious right now, and if you are healed or stabilized, well, healing is the only way to actually get you back into the fight.
And so Glitch lay lifeless on the
Yep.
floor. Your friend who's been with you the whole journey has just been killed, it seems, by Jinlava. Whose turn is it?
That
Robert?
would be my turn then.
Oh, your turn.
Okay,
Yeah, Flower. I
so
don't know.
I still have a ding dong, I'm pretty sure, because I have right.
Yeah.
So I
Huh.
know what needs to be done as I turn around and see my giant, currently dressed friend. I am overcome with worry, and I just run up and shove a ding dong right in his mouth, right in the old pipe. You know,
Wow.
yeah,
The wording on this is impeccable.
it has. It was almost like it was planned.
Yes. All right, and that gives him a what did I say? Is
You
that
said
plus
2 hit points.
2 hit
You're
points?
back up at 2 hit points.
I
He's
got
back to he's breathing again.
That's my
Barely,
turn
but
now.
breathing.
So it is Flowerbird's turn.
I have a
Help
better
you.
way of doing this that doesn't include
There's no
ding
such
dongs
thing.
and mouth.
That doesn't matter. There's no better way.
Da Vinci's. So
Yeah.
wounded creature you touch regains hit points equal to 1d8 and your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah, which is plus.
All right, bro,
Yeah, that
let's
sounds
do
like
that.
a good one.
All right.
That's a good
Better
one.
than
And you
ding
can
dong.
add
I
a
don't
ding
want your
dong
ding
in his
dong.
mouth, and you're set.
I was really looking forward
I'm
to that.
trying to
I've been
avoid
waiting
the
the
ding
whole
dong
game,
if
you
at
know?
all possible. All right.
Yay!
Nice.
So I can
It's
I
good.
can attack now.
Yeah, it's your
You
turn.
can do that, and you can always chug a beer to get 5 more. You can.
All right. Am I already naked? No.
No, you've been, we've been
It's one of those
out.
rare
I'm
times you're
naked
not.
now. I start taking off my clothes slowly.
Oh no.
And the ding dong comes back into play.
Wow.
So I can do this attack recklessly. Okay, that's
That
my
did
attack.
it. That's a hit.
No,
That's a hit.
Okay. Now I'm doing axe.
That's a
Double
kill.
Hit point
What?
resistance.
It doesn't matter because that's a kill. She was on the verge of death. You didn't know it.
Oh, Glitch, you magnificent creature.
I got naked for
one
every
hit.
reason possible.
Do you want to swig a beer before you go down to the bottom of the volcano?
I have just a little bit here.
All right, go for it. I'll give you 5 more points. Hit points.
There you go. There wasn't much in there.
Defeating Jinlava, the Cinder Hag, you make it to the top of the mountain and see an elevator. Just a regular elevator. You can either jump into the volcano lava and die, or go into the elevator. What do you do?
I guess it's the elevator.
All right, you hear that music? That's elevator music.
Okay. Keep going.
Yeah. Now, as the elevator slowly takes you down deep
We
into
could
the heart of
also-
the volcano, and we hear the music,
Turn down.
at the same time, Glitch starts getting a little bored and decides to show you one of his favorite party tricks.
Oh,
Does.
jeez.
some,
Hate to
sort
see
of
this
party,
one.
some sort of party trick that one might show. Just a little party trick that you might do. The one you like to do.
Oh,
Look at Glitch's party trick.
Here we go. I glitch.
And this one, Jason the Vuman is going to make a toast because we have made it to the bottom of the volcano. This is the final showdown that's about to happen. It's a little solemn, but it's an important moment, and he has something to say.
oh, my friends. We haven't known each other very long, but in the time that I have known you, I've seen the giant one get naked far too many times. And I've seen the little one run away from almost every danger there is. I have to say, this is the best adventuring group I've ever been in.
Yeah.
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 Ah, I love
Okay.
you, man.
Oh,
Let's get
I
naked.
throw
Now.
the ding dong to him.
Where are my clothes?
Abruptly, the elevator abruptly stops. And as the elevator doors open, you are now in the heart of the volcano. And you see, tied to a lash chair is Amber, the queen of Lash herself. But in front of her is something only describable by the man himself. I am Pistaco of Peru, the Mindflayther as I am known here in D&D world. The Mindflayther as I am known here in D&D world, the big bad. But as I prefer to be called Shaun of the Dead. I am a Peruvian boogeyman who lures victims to the jungle to suck out and feast upon their body fat. And pishte, which roughly translate as to slit off one's head. To drink your blood from your neck. And of course, I love a good brain. Intelligence is delicious to me. And usually, this is enough. But I love a good competition. And I love the fat and sweets that fall out like a piñata afterwards. But today, it is more. For I vowed to protect the warrior princess Amber of the Lash when I found her as a baby. And she was too precious and quite frankly too small to eat. And that giant baby forehead she had. What a brain I thought must be in there. Maybe two.
What?
Oh, you're
But hey, the only thing bigger than my brain or her forehead is my heart. No man deserves her, and only I can protect her. And so we must fight to the fat. I mean fate. No, I mean fat. Let's beat. I'm faster and better at basketball than you'll ever be,
that's right.
Robert.
That sounds like him, right?
Yeah, that's it. I run up to him with my great axe. Start
Okay.
swinging at him.
Okay, he laughs at that attempt.
Yeah.
Next, he says,
It's a mind flayer's turn.
uh-oh. He is going to attack with his tentacles. You see those things coming out of his mouth and nose and face? This guy's really strong. You guys are in trouble. All right.
Okay.
You're not dead, though, right?
No, I have 3 left.
You guys, you might want to just give everything you got. This
Yeah,
mind
I
flayer.
guess so.
Flaubert and Jason the Vuman have a ding dong, and you, Glitch, have a strawberry shortcake.
I thought I ding dong the whole time.
The Mind Flayer? Did I just hear strawberry shortcake? I like strawberry shortcake a lot. And I like ding dongs.
I bet you do with all those
I
tentacles.
like ding dongs, and I like strawberry shortcake. I'll take some of those if you want to give me some.
I say enjoy.
I love fat and sweets, and this is very nice. And this slows him down. It actually takes away 10 hit points. He's a little slower, a little weaker. Nice.
Interesting.
So I'm just gonna kind of like ask him, are we
Go
cool
for it.
now or what? Like,
No, we're not cool. Oh, this makes me not love my daughter. Get out of here.
all right, fireball. I'm gonna fireball him. So he takes half damage. So he takes 7 damage. I rolled 14. So 7
Alright.
damage from that. But I'm also going to use an action surge.
Oh, what's that do?
It gives me another additional turn.
Nice.
And
There's
I
never a time to
will-
use it.
I'll just swing with a great sword for now, though.
Okay. He's still pretty strong, but you're chopping away at the tree. Flaubert, what you got?
Ding dong.
I think I'm gonna do Michelangelo's
dongs.
divine touch.
You got a ding
Which-
dong.
Okay.
Is
that do?
employing God's aid requires you to use your action. Describe the assistance you seek and roll d20 die. If it's greater than 10, God will intervene on your behalf.
There we go.
Wow.
That's
Wow,
the
that's a
right,
big one.
that's the right one.
God,
All right,
God,
what is your-
God himself.
I don't believe in God.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter what you believe.
I think it does.
If it's true, my desire is that we defeat you and that this strikes you down.
Oh my. This could be the game ender. You just have to
This-
roll higher
That's
than a
my
10.
desire.
Higher
Is to,
than
end
a
the-
10.
is
Hey,
to make a
make them
You're the only
passive.
one who can see your dice. Don't lie. God is watching.
Make him smote.
Let's see. 12.
12.
12.
And he calls upon God to smite down Pistaku. Pistaco, the Shaun of the Dead. And Sean says, I don't even believe. And God says, I don't really care. And instantly, dead is the Mind Flayer because of the Lord. Who saw this coming? So simple, so easy. He was about to do an extract.
Why didn't we
I was
just
gonna
do that at the
extract.
beginning?
I was gonna extract your brain in my next move,
Oh, man.
but you did it, and you got over 10, and he can do whatever he asks of you. If it takes God Himself to destroy what's in your way of the love of your life, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And so, as the Mind Flayer bursts, so did a burst of light shine out from within Amber, Queen of Lash, her ropes that held her evaporating into the air as she is levitated and floats above all of you. I demand this is the end of the test. The test is complete, says Amber. It is time to reveal the true purpose of this quest. I am not just a Queen of Lash, but an enchantress wizard, and this entire quest was set up by me to see if Jason would do anything for me as he once promised, as well as to test my brothers-in-law to see, well, not Jason, and half-brother, to see if they'd stay true to Jason. In fact, Glitch was right and onto something, almost ruining the whole adventure before it started, as his computer genius mind nearly figured out that that you guys were all sucked into the mainframe. But before he could figure it out, I caught him and recoded him into an oaf with no memory or ability to recode the game. But a success this game was. And the only thing left to do before I break the spell and return everyone back to reality alive and well. Before my brothers who love me and protect me, do you, Jason, promise to love Amber and honor and respect her until you die at the day of Amber's choosing? If yes, say I will.
I will.
And by your will, the enchantment is dissolved. all family members killed will come back to life. The spell is broken, and we all live happily ever after. Until wait, Amber collapses to the ground. Something went wrong with the spell. It appears someone else has entrapped them all, including Amber, while they were under the spell. Who could it be? And what do they want with us? What will they do to us? A shadow, a mere shadow, walks through the door. A physical body forms out of the shade, and it's familiar. If only they would step out more into the light. We all feel our stomach seemingly imploding into itself, wrecked with fear. The visage moves into the light, finally to reveal who the true vicious captor is in our next adventure.
All right. Good job.
All right.
That
Awesome.
is our adventure.
Wow.
That was fun.
That was awesome. Thank you guys so much. That was amazing.
Yeah, man. You're welcome.
I can't believe how much work you did. You're so crazy. That's crazy.
And we
Yeah.
had no idea what we were doing.
You did great.
Yeah, we never done one before.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. I'm really impressed. I'm really happy, and I really appreciate it. So, thank you guys.
Well, welcome to the fam.
Thank you.
Family's awesome, but it can also be a hazard. Monsters. It's a good lesson. All right, see you guys.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Love you guys. Later.
Love ya.
Love you.